Uh, but that's not the solution eh.
Exactly.
Di ba? Dapat ayusin natin yung treatment ng co-ops. On the proposal to create a National Federation of Agricultural Cooperatives, no? So from what I understand from the bill, by law, all agricultural cooperatives have to be members of this National Federation. So again, keeping with the principle of cooperatives as self-help, independent organizations, siguro payagan natin mag-evolve yun. No? Pwede itayo na natin yung framework ng bubong, yun yung National Federation, pero palakasin muna natin sa baba. No?
Besides, the best incentive to join is because they benefit from it,
Yes, may benefits.
rather than mandating it without any benefits.
Yes. Kasi pagka hilaw yung pagtatayo ng federation, mag-aaway-away lang yung mga tao. Sinong chairman? O, hindi ako chairman, alis na ako. No? So, ganun po nangyayari pagka hindi maganda yung pag-organize ng co-ops. No? Hindi masyadong maganda yung samahan nila. Well, what is happening now, when we try to set up this parang structure of agricultural cooperatives, no? Kailangan yung preparatory work natin well coordinated and synchronized, because right now what the DA and other governments are doing, they're giving rice mills, tractors, and equipment left and right, no? And ang tendency niyan, nagkakanya-kanya yung mga co-op na yan, mga grupo. Ang hirap na silang pagsamahin, no? And sometimes you have duplication of support in certain areas, no? You give the same equipment to co-ops or two groups in one municipality. Mahirap mo silang pagsamahin pag ganyan eh. So baka let's try thinking of designing our support program so that it leads towards complementation and integration later on, and not make it difficult to do that. No? Kunyari, rice mills, no? Nagbibigay yung DA ng mga RPC kung saan-saan yung rice mills, no? So, syempre, tatanong mo yung ko, gusto ba niyang rice mill? Yan, gusto namin, lalo na kung libre yan, no? So, pero, if we inventory a lot of these rice mills now, siguro kalahati sa kanila underutilized, no? Kasi hindi tama yung lugar at hindi pa ganun kalaki yung operation ng kwan. I think the better approach is to put up one big rice mill in, let's say, one province, no? And all the primary co-ops in that province doon na magpapagiling, no? Something like that, no? Para mas ma-maximize yung use ng facility or yung support. At the same time, you're encouraging the co-ops to come together under using one type of facility, no? So, yun po. And then, yung Sagip-Saka, Senator, which is, I think, potentially very helpful for agri-co-ops. Ang suggestion po namin, bigyan yung preferential treatment yung co-ops, not only in the delivery of commodities to government units, but also services. No?
Which will include?
Pakita, for example, yung next slide po. Just for an example. This is one of the big co-ops in Nueva Ecija, in Talavera, nagkakaisang kwan. Napakalaki po. And they built their co-op with practically no government assistance. No? Okay, they have a office building next. No? Yan, meron silang, yung mga combined harvester sila, hindi sila humingi sa PhilMe. Binili nila by themselves. No? And then they have their warehouse, they have their dryer, rice mill, their trucks, and everything. No? We've been approaching NFA na naman yung bodega nyo at you accept only clean and dry. No? Why don't you mobilize these co-ops to act as your satellite buying stations? They have all the facilities, all the manpower you need. They can buy wet palay. They are situated very near the production areas. Why don't you contract or mobilize these types of co-ops para bibili sila from the farmers in that area at yung bibili nila ipapasok stock. No. Well, we get a very negative reaction from NFA. Ang dami nilang sinasabing hindi pwede, COA, etc. No? kulang na lang sabihin, ayaw namin. No?
Baka kasi si Eddie. Paano naman si Eddie?
Oh, pero if I'm in the position of NFA now na ang daming nagko-complain, no?
Sir, do you have inventory of such co-ops that can provide such services?
Kaya po. I know in Nueva Ecija, in fact, we arrange a dialogue with them, with Admin Lacson. There are about 5 co-ops like this. No?
Okay, because
Hindi sila masyadong marami. No? Pero these are the types of co-ops that we should be supporting. Even when we go into organizing co-ops, ito yung magaling.
hindi pa sila ganyang karami. Pero
Hindi
pagka may ganung klaseng synergy, baka madagdagan ng madagdagan dahil meron ng ibang co-op na nais ding eventually, di ba, to level up and,
Yes.
and become partners.
Mas magandang mag-expand yung co-op using this as a base kaysa mag-organize tayo ng pitsi-pitsing co-op na maliliit, no? Na baka hindi rin magtagal eh.
Well, we can actually incorporate this in the price tarification
Yes.
amendments.
Opo.
No, because we are looking at expanding the NFA's powers or providing them more powers. But as I said in our previous hearing, we want transparency and accountability. And if we can get private sector synergy and partnerships in terms of distribution, in terms of buffer stocking, etc., why not? In fact, parang as an analogy, dahil 22 school buildings lang yung nagawa ng DPWH. But during the time of Brother Armin as a Secretary of Education, because of PPP, public sector, private sector partnerships, and then matching, meaning building of school buildings together with the local government and the national government and the DepEd, they were building 600 school buildings a week. But the private sector was pretty much involved. There was an open public bidding of contractors. It was transparent. The contractors who could build 2,000, 3,000 school buildings at one go, because they'll have more, diba? They'll have less mobilization costs, etc. Pagka ganun na ang numero. And they were able to achieve it. Therefore, the concept of getting private sector to be as partners, diba, in the delivery of services of the NFA, in terms of retailing, in terms of mailing, etc., should be something that can be incorporated sa more transparent, more participatory NFA programs.
Opo. Meron pa akong isang suggestion po. Kasi yung sa Sagip-Saka, although we provide the opportunity for co-ops to supply the LGU, may mga kainaan din yung co-op. Quality, consistency, etc. Di ba? So, in the case of rice, for example, we were thinking, you let these co-ops sell to NFA for delivery of rice to the LGU. Ang makukuha ng LGU yung bigas ng NFA na hopefully maganda. No? Pero ang talagang seller is a co-op using the facilities and the capacities of the NFA to sell to that LGU. No? So,
And I'm sure that if it's the co-ops of situated in the LGU,
yes. Yes.
magugustuhan din ng LGU dahil natutulungan niya yung kanyang
Opo.
mga botante at mga negosyo sa kanilang nasasakupan.
Yes. Kasi yung mga maliliit na co-op na yan, wala silang dryer, wala silang truck, wala silang rice mill. No? So we cannot expect them to avail of Sagip-Saka. But using NFA, baka pwede, sir. No? So next lang po yung tungkol sa extension. Yes, next. Okay. Sa ibang bansa, they have expanded the meaning of extension to what they call rural advisory services, no? Hindi lang technology yung tinuturo ng mga extension workers, but they also give advice on financial matters, how do you market your products, no? Etc. No? So tignan din natin na kung baka we can have extension system with providing advice on different aspects of farming and marketing. No? So isa yun po.
But I think that should be the case.
Yes, yes.
You provide, because in other jurisdictions like Taiwan, meron talagang research, merong marketing expertise na binibigay yung gobyerno.
Opo. That's why when we try to do that, hindi naman siguro kaya ng ATI lang yan. No? So that's why we have to look at the existing mechanisms that are in place now and see how we can tap them to provide this array of services to farmers. No? So yung ATI nandyan, then very important yung bar. No? Kasi kung sa restaurant pa, yung bar yung nagluluto ng ulam, kayo yung tigahatid dun sa customer. No? Paano, bakit yung ginawa ng bar, yung cook, yung nagluto, hindi naman yun ang gusto ng customer. No? Wala rin. Hindi rin masaya yung customer nyo. No? So it has to be, the extension system has to be part of a parang continuum. You have the research, you have the extension, and then you have the feedback mechanism so that when you deliver the technology to the farmers, sabihin na hindi maganda yan, then you relay that back to the bar, the researcher, so that they can develop better technology, and then you start serving it again. So, hindi dapat siya hiwalay. So, kasi I think ang daming nasasayang din na pera sa research. Paulit-ulit na lang yung research. No? At kung minsan, hindi naman yun ang gusto ng farmer. Or hindi rin niya kaya yung technology dahil napakamahal yung inputs, etc. So, we have to fix that cycle of research extension and feedback. No? And then, Picard has a very, although Picard yung scope ng research na mas malawak, pero meron siyang malaking arm ng agricultural research. No? Under DOST po yan. So, maybe we can work. And then, SUCs, no? Sa America, they don't have extension workers. They rely on the people in the agricultural state colleges to do the extension. No? Maybe we can have a hybrid model here para hindi na tayo mag-hire ng ang dami-dami, etc. No? But there is so much expertise in the SUCs. You can even use the ones who are studying agriculture in those state universities. No? Ang laking deployment yan kung we can tap the resources of the state colleges. No? And then there are NGOs who are providing extension. There are companies, private companies, no? So ang dami pong pwedeng itap ng ATI sa kanyang trabaho. No? Kailangan lang kausapin at i-design mabuti yung sistema. For that, LGU pa. No? Very important. So, yung sunod is, then you have the farm schools that were created by TESDA and ATI. Ito po ay run by farmer organizations as training sites doon sa lugar, sa site mismo. So,
My farm is a learning site.
Ayun po. Yes.
We were accredited when I was still in the private sector.
Ang problema lang, like sa RCEP, nagtayo ng farm school. Pero yung technology na binababa sa farm school, hindi yun yung kailangan sa baba. No? Pero para mabuhay yung farm school, tinatanggap na lang nila yung scholarship funding from TESDA kahit hindi naman yun ang talagang kailangan sa baba. So we have to fix all of this so that it really addresses what the farmers need in the locality. Yung magsasaka scientista, this is a creation of ATI. Napakagandang programa yan. These are parang scientists na hindi naman nag-aral sa kolehiyo, pero ang gagaling from experience, no? They have so much knowledge to share. No? Let's mobilize them also. In fact, baka pwede nyo silang swelduhan tapos parang roving technician din. No? And then you have the local research consortia.